Yo, what is up guys? So there is a very big patch for Black Ops 4 that just came out. I'm going to go ahead and go over all of the changes right here, but I also want to go over how to unlock the characters because I think a lot of people are excited to unlock some of the characters. There's Menendez, there's Woods, there's Reznov, as well as Mason. These are all unlockable characters. They are all free. Well, I get Hudson, you got to actually go ahead and complete the battle pass. But anyways, these characters actually require you to do a very specific mission for each one of them. So you're gonna have to pick up an item and usually win the round or place at a certain like placement, like top 2, top 3, those kinds of things. Just basically try to win the game and you'll get the character. But some of these will only be around the map. You can pick these off of other players that have picked them up and then you've killed them, or you just like loot their bodies. But anyways, to unlock Menendez over here, you have to kill an enemy with a shotgun, and then you have to kill an enemy with a melee attack, and then you have to finish the match with a locket in your inventory, so basically win the match. That's how you unlock Menendez. You actually have to pick up a locket. Now, as far as the locket goes, it's only inside of the supply drops that come down in the Battle Royale mode, and that's how you unlock Menendez. Some of the other ones are just scattered across the map. I might make a more detailed video later down the line, so if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you want to see like the exact locations of all of them. I don't believe we have all of them out yet. I was checking out Reddit. There's some locations, but I'd rather have all the locations just in one simple video here. But anyways, like I said, I will be making that in the future if you guys want to see that. But anyways, as far as to unlock Woods, you're going to have to get his bandana. Each one of these opens up a separate quest. Let me go ahead and actually make this a little bit bigger so some of you guys maybe that are watching this on mobile can see it a little bit better. But to unlock Woods, it says character mission, you see that hind. This is where like I really wanted to make this video because I didn't understand what that meant. I had to look that up. So apparently what you need to do is actually get inside of a helicopter for about 30 seconds. I don't know the exact number, but people were saying over on Reddit that it was 30 seconds. And then you can't kill me, just win the match. To unlock Mason, you're going to have to get the stained white t-shirt. Again, just pick those up off of the game, maybe off of a player, or just find them across the map. Again, I don't know the exact locations of every single white stained shirt, but apparently they can be scattered across different areas in the map. But anyways, the character mission says you play as Reznov, so you're going to actually have to unlock Reznov first. And then it says wake the sleeper agent. You're going to have to go to a very specific area. I'm just going to go ahead and actually link this video. This guy actually did a really good video, so I got to give him a shout out. I'm just going to link his because he basically did like the work, and there's like 1-minute videos of how to unlock the character, because I was kind of looking this up to give you guys the correct information, and so many YouTubers are making like 10+ minute videos trying to, you know, just go over how to unlock it, where it's very specific. You go to a very I believe it's array, and you just hit a button on one of the control panels, and then you have to achieve victory, and you have to finish with the t-shirt in your inventory. Again, most of them are all kind of the same. You just have to finish it with your with it inside of your inventory. But the wake the sleeper agent, that's the part that's a little bit confusing because, yeah, you obviously have to go to an area and push a button. But anyways, to unlock Reznov, you actually have a character mission where you have to kill an enemy at extreme range. Apparently this is 200 meters in the code. Someone did the PC work for that over on Reddit. And then you have to place in the top 2. So this one you don't actually have to really win, but then it says finish match with it in your inventory, so that requires you to basically win, right? But anyways, that is how you actually unlock those characters. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into the stuff that I'm actually more excited about, which is of course the actual patch notes. Let me go ahead and move it a little smaller here. If you guys want to read all of it yourself, I'll have it down below in the description box, but I'm going to kind of go ahead and make it a little bit faster and give you guys some important stuff. So important stuff, they added Nuketown. The gameplay you guys are seeing is on the latest patch using all of these nerfs and buffs and all of that stuff. So the first thing is they've added Nuketown. This is only on PS4 though. It will be available next week. It's completely free. You don't have to have the season pass or anything, but yeah, they added that. Also, they added the Bowie knife in Blackout. So that's kind of cool. It's a new knife. It hits once and you can actually get a kill. So that's kind of cool. That actually will help out unlocking the character, especially when you need to get a melee kill. They also added the Blackjack shop. It's basically a shop that lets you purchase things kind of like how you would purchase things with V-Bucks. There's no guns at the moment as far as I'm aware of. Maybe they will add that later down the line though. But anyways, so they added some gameplay balance, which is, again, the most important thing that I really want to talk about. So the submachine gun's got a huge buff over here, all right? So the MX-9, they added a 5-hit kill range. Previously, guys, if you guys didn't know, every submachine gun had a 6-hit kill. That was the lowest amount of shots that you needed across every submachine gun. But specific guns now have a 5-shot. That is the MX-9, the GKS, the Cordite, and those are the ones that have things that can actually give you one less bullet required to kill. We're not counting high caliber headshots, but we're just counting like shooting people in the toes. Also not counting armor, okay. But anyways, it's 3 meters, so it's very, very short. And it says MP only, so that does not affect Battle Royale or zombies, but zombies is kind of separate. I don't really cover zombies too much on my channel anyways, but there are a lot of improvements to zombies for stability issues. But anyways, so yeah, across the board, the MX-9, GKS Cordite, and the Spitfire all got a buff to the slightly increased ADS move speed. So that means when you're aiming down sights, basically, if you were to have like stock, maybe now basically if you have stock, it's going to be even faster. I'll get you guys gameplay of that. The gameplay you guys are seeing is from the Swordfish, which actually got a buff as well, which I'm pretty stoked about. Anyways, the assault rifles, the Maddox got nerfed over here. So the Maddox over here, well, okay, oh, important thing. The MX-9 has a 6 meter 5 hit kill range. The rest are all 3, just as a heads up. Anyways, next up though, important things. Maddox, slightly increased recoil of first and second shots. The Echo Fire Operator Mod, remove recoil penalty when equipped. So we'll have to see what, if this like basically makes it so that you don't get the recoil penalty. So it makes the Operator Mod even better. So the K-On 57, which is like the AK gun of the game, it has reduced idle sway and slightly increased 4 hit kill range by 1.5. That doesn't mean it's 1.5. It means it got increased by 1.5 from its previous integer. The Rampart, which is like the Scar in the game, they reduced the idle sway and they slightly reduced recoil of first and third shots of the gun, and they increased the 4 hit kill range by 3 additional meters. The Swordfish took a buff over here, which is the gameplay that you guys are seeing. It has slightly reduced delay between the bursts. It has reduced idle sway. And, oh, idle sway, by the way, is when you're just aiming down sights and it just kind of bobs when you're not really doing anything. The Penta Burst Operator Mod also now implements standard burst delay, which I assume isn't really a change because this got changed, so I guess this has to be changed to kind of match this. Honestly, I really couldn't tell a difference between the Pentaburst and the other one. It just might be such a small number that by feel you can't really sense it, but in the game code it actually does matter. Again, sometimes these integers are changed by even like 0.01. It does make a difference, but to the human eye you can't really tell a difference. Anyways, next up. So the LMV, the Titan, it actually took some nerfs here. We got reduced ADS speed. We also got increased sprint out time and slightly increased hip fire for multiplayer only. And stock, it slightly reduced the movement benefits when equipped MP only. Oh, by the way, if any of these I'm reading don't say MP only, assume that that is going to be for multiple sections of the game. Mostly just the Battle Royale, I'm assuming, because again, some of these do say in parentheses multiplayer only. Anyways, that is the Titan. The Outlaw over here actually got some buffs over here. It says increased fire rate, greatly reduced idle sway, slightly increased ADS speed, and then in addition to that, it updated the ADS rechamber animation to make it easier to stay on target. Recoil now centers more reliably and increased base damage by 10, only affecting shots to kill an already damaged target, which is multiplayer only. The STM, which is like the auto sniper of the game, has a added aim assist while hip firing. So I want to try that out. I'll get you guys some gameplay, so if you guys want to see that, subscribe to the channel. I'll get that out very soon. Next up, the Koshka has recoil, now centers more reliably after the first shot. So these are just straight up buffs to most of the snipers minus the Paladin. The shotguns, this is one of my favorite. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Treyarch, by the way. So the SG-12, it says reduced visual effect of the strobe light. That's the thing that flashes, and I've been complaining about for so long. There's also reduced range at which strobe light affects aim assist by 50%. So it's 50% less effective by ruining someone's aim assist, because that's what it would essentially do. And then you also have reduced visual effect, so that's really great. Grip 2 actually took a nerf. This is usually seen on the ICR, so it reduced flinch mitigation. So when you would have it, basically it was toughness from BO2, and now it has been nerfed. As far as the specialist goes, Ajax, the 9-bang flash effect duration by 25%. It's almost like they watched my previous Call of Duty video when I was complaining about all these things. Yeah, they reduced the effectiveness by 25%. It used to last 6 seconds, and now it's going to be reduced by 25%. 9-bang is now countered more effectively by Tactical Mask. Increased bullet spread by 25% in fortified stance when using the ballistic shield. So that means it's harder for that person using the shield to actually get the kills. So basically, someone else that's sitting behind the shield is going to be how you're going to get kills with it. So basically, if Ajax is fortified, you can kind of just run around and he shouldn't really be able to kill you that fast, unless of course you're playing in hardcore. And the turn speed is now properly slowed when he's hit by a concussion grenade, so that's also just kind of a nerf. Then resolved an issue that could prevent Ajax from being hit from certain angles from behind with the ballistic shield equipped. I don't know how you messed that up, but glad that that is actually being fixed over here. They also added a third-person sound effects for charges 2 and 3 of the 9-bang. And then Prophet, they improved the Tempest accuracy. They also changed it so the Tempest charges attached to players will no longer be destroyed by explosives. They also resolved an issue where the Seeker Shock Mine could get stuck in a loop on Morocco. That actually happens a lot of map. I'm sure if any of you guys have seen Prophet, where the thing will just start spinning around. I don't know. It does that though. Firebreak, the Purifier will now properly damage the strike team. Ruin resolved an issue where that could lead the grapple gun to failing to connect to surfaces when the player was moving. So Tactical Mask got increased to 9-bang, Concussion Grenade, and Razor Wire. Flak Jacket also increased resistance to explosive damage. Cold-Blooded increased the delay period before enemy AI will target players during a period of maintained line of sight. This will give players more time to get to cover or fight back against the enemy AI, which is something that the community did complain about a lot. So like, it's really good that Treyarch is listening to a lot of the things that I honestly complained about in my rant video. But next up, we have Dead Silence that says, will now suppress player sounds related to healing, taking fall damage, or surfacing while swimming, Vex, Multiplayer, and Blackout. Again, I would assume most of the things that only say certain things would actually apply for both over here. Well, dude, this video is way too long. All right, we gotta reverse some of the gameplay. My bad here. I felt like I should have been able to cover it within like 15 minutes, but whatever. Anyways, the strike team teams can now only have one strike team active at a time. I believe before how it worked is you could only have one yourself, but if you had teammates, they could call on their strike team. That can be pretty annoying. But, I mean, if you're getting strike teams, dude, the other team needs to just, like, lose anyways. At that point, just speed up the gameplay process. But, yeah, that could be definitely pretty annoying. They also updated some of the playlists. They added Endurance, Chaos, Mosh Pit. Just basically, majority of the game modes, like TDM with 150, Domination with 400, and then there's Hardpoint with 500. So, basically, they just increased the length of the games, which could actually help you unlock some of the stuff via the Battle Pass. They also, across the board, just fixed a bunch of different things as far as spawns go and stability issues. I'm not going to go ahead and say they adjusted spawns for these certain maps, but for every single map, you guys, if you guys want the full read, I'm giving you guys kind of the condensed version of this giant patch here. But yeah, they just improved spawns for a majority of maps. But there's also a huge thing that I'm actually pretty excited about. This is adding CWL custom games. So basically, this is the competitive. This is the COD World League. And basically, they added a different set of game rules. So they still have specialists, but here's the changes that they added for the COD World League rules. So the Barricade deals no damage, but it slows. Barricade has reduced health. Razor Wire deals no damage, but it slows. Razor Wire has reduced health. So basically, all these changes are for the competitive players, which I think is kind of great. Wish we would have a setting for, you know, league play, but this is probably going to be a build towards league play for those guys that don't know what that is. That is like the ranked section of Call of Duty. 99% of the time when I play Black Ops 3, I would only play this mode. It's what I prefer. But basically, it gets rid of all like the specials for the most part. Look at this. Sensor Dart lasts 3 seconds and it lasts for 1 ping. That's so great because like it's sitting on the board, especially on certain game modes. It can get quite annoying for people that don't really like the specialists. And like, for the people that don't like the specialists, this in the competitive mode, I'm not sure if they're going to have it so we could ban certain specialists like we could in Black Ops 3, or if this is just a step towards like the direction of it, which I think it really is. So that's pretty cool. They also resolved a bunch of issues with stabilities and glitches and stuff like that. As far as zombies, look at all these crash fixes. Like, oh my gosh, there's so many fixes for the crash issues. Fix the crash, fix crash. These are all for zombies, by the way. Again, I don't really cover zombies, so I couldn't really explain what the heck these fixes are, other than they fix crash issues, because, well, when you're playing zombies, I only played zombies for like an hour, and I did have it crash a few times, but there's a lot of global changes. So increase weapon reload speed when a player has all 4 perks. These are just global issues, as well as just stability issues. The resolved issues when pack a punch with the SDM iron sights as the chosen optic could reset the optic back to the default, which is just weird things in the game. These actually got patched out. I'm going to go ahead and just link these if any of you guys want to read them. They're very strange issues that, like, just things that should not happen in the game will happen a lot less because they're fixing the issues. I'm not going to go over, again, all of these. But, yeah, that is pretty cool. So they added new characters, as you guys saw. Let me go ahead and just like show the characters off real quick. So yeah, they added a bunch of different characters to the game. Menendez is one of my favorites. I'll probably try to unlock him. Although getting a melee kill is a little bit difficult. Just as a heads up, I also wanted to mention, if it requires you to get a kill with something, you can actually play duos or squads, and you knock them down, so you have them crawling, and then you swap, and then you go for your a melee kill, or you go for like whatever gun or whatever thing that you need. You can down them first with something else, and then finish them off with your other things. So that'll kind of help you unlock the characters a little bit faster here. Wow, oh my gosh, there's so much to go over. But anyways, guys, I'll get you gameplays of majority of the things that I find to be like quite important. Like specifically, I want to try out, because there's a 5-shot kill with some of these submachine guns, I'll get you guys gameplay of that, and I'll tell you guys how I feel about it, coming from a player that plays usually in the competitive section of Call of Duty. But yeah, if you guys want to see that, stick around, subscribe to the channel. I'll get you guys gameplay of all this stuff, and also I'll get you guys some more gameplay of like the Battle Royale. I'll try to get some gameplay with like a Victory Royale with like the new Bowie knife, because I need to get gameplay of that too. But obviously with Battle Royale, it's kind of difficult to try to pinpoint some of these things sometimes, because it's the luck of the draw. It's part of Battle Royale. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the vid. If you did, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You want to see more Call of Duty updates, and as well as the patch notes as soon as they get announced. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. Have a good one. And I am signing out.